Hey tubes, David here with a video for the first time in a few months. It's going to be computer related again since that's all I really have to shoot. We're going to start, first video will be on my main system sitting in this Acer Power Series case. This case would have had a Pentium 4 or something at some point running Windows XP, as it's still got actually the COA on the side. On the front, as you can see, it says Acer. We have a hard drive activity light, power button, front mic, front headphones, but the problem is I can't get it to actually mute the line out, so I have to turn my speakers all the way down, and I've never figured out why, unless it needs to be HD audio and this and that, and the connector on the front isn't for HD audio. 2 USB, 2 floppy bays, unused, 2 5.25 for optical drives. This is a IDE optical drive, so I can't actually use it in my system where it's SATA only. I've already gone ahead and pulled off the side cover, make it a little easier. It is a Core 2 Quad QED400. It has 8 gigs of RAM. The motherboard is an Intel DQ45CB. Power supply is an Apevia ATX BT550W. Lights up blue, which is quite nice. Just the stock Intel cooler, of course. And then down here we have an ATI Theater 550 Pro TV tuner / capture card, a Gigabyte HD 5450 1 gig, and a TP-Link wireless card down here. This is the drive for my Dell Optiplex, which I no longer have. There is still one more PCI Express connector on this board, X1, which actually this capture card uses one, video card uses X16, and then a singular regular PCI slot. The board has 5 SATAs. Will take up to 16 gigs of RAM, but finding 16 gigs of RAM in a DDR2 config is not easy, and if you do find it, it tends to be quite expensive. The video card has a singular 8 or 6-pin connector for a video card, so I'm going to have to make sure I get a video card that actually just has one connector or doesn't require power at all, like a 750 Ti or something along those lines, and go at the back. Of course, power supply still lights up blue back here. Singular spot for a fairly large fan, couldn't tell you exactly the size. 2 DVI. There's FireWire, eSATA, and plenty of USB back here. I believe there's 6 or something like 6 USB on the rear of this system. Gigabit Ethernet. Now, like I said, dual DVI. Here's the back of the cards. DVI, HDMI, and VGA on the video card. We have a coax and some sort of connector for a breakout box for the TV card. And then there's the wireless card down there. This machine, even though it's old, actually plays quite a few different games quite well. It's running Windows 7 and Linux Mint, like my Dell did. So we can go ahead, bring up Task Manager. It's just sitting here idling. It actually uses a little bit of RAM, as I have some stuff running in the background and whatnot. You see it shows all 4 cores. I have yet to actually make this system run out of memory. I did before when it had 4 gigs. I actually have Fortnite on here, but who's to say how long it's actually going to take to load. Other than that, I've got a few different games and programs on this system and all that jazz. Just a regular old Dell keyboard and HP mouse, the Altec Lansing speaker system I had still for sound, and this Acer X183H monitor with my LifeCam on top of it. And then down there we have my Dell Dimension 8300, which the next video pertaining to computers will be on. Eventually this system will have a new graphics card, and I will be picking up a new hard drive and SSD at some point, as the hard drive in this is actually slowly starting to go bad and makes the computer slow to boot at times, or certain programs will just lock up and things like that. But anyways, that's it for the first computer video, so I guess we'll be on to the next one.